So I'm Jason Impey and I've been collecting physical media for the past 35 years. I started when I was 5 and I used to collect VHS, and I still have all those. They're all boxed up in the loft. I have no room for them anymore. I have actually taken some of the cases and put them on display around my house in frames, which I'll show you in a bit of a walkthrough of my collection, a kind of overview as best I can. I have stuff stacked everywhere. This is a very, very small fraction. So I went into DVD collecting when I was 16 from VHS. I never really had the money to buy a Laserdisc. I used to look at them and be all, but they were like £100 a film. I remember in HMV seeing Jurassic Park and Jaws for 100 quid. And DVD was pretty pricey when it first came out. I dropped like £20 for Halloween 5, standard release with no special features or anything. But I do love collecting physical media. Now there's a few reasons for that. I've grown up doing it, so it's partly my generation, because obviously I only had a TV with 4 channels. I remember when Channel 5 come out and there was not a lot on. When I was young and went to college and started making film, I got into indie film and I got into kind of gore, extreme cinema. That stuff wasn't playing on TV either. Even it wasn't even playing at the cinema. And I'm from Milton Keynes, and we had the first multiplex in the UK. We had a UCI with 10 screens. It was a big deal at the time. But even they wouldn't play some of the things I wanted to see. Obviously, they was only new blockbuster films. They weren't even playing classics. Now, fortunately, I go to the cinema and we do get reruns of classics, but still not everything. So that brings me to why physical media is important to me, because I can buy a film and have it in my collection and watch it as I please. Now, I have got a few streaming services and I've had quite a few in the past, but I've heard this conversation before, like, titles come and go. They change licenses, they change platforms. So sometimes, even if you've got loads of streaming or you're going down to the cinema, you still cannot find the film that you want to watch. If you own it on physical media, it's there. Although I will say the downside is I'm always running out of space, and if I want to watch a certain title of mine and it's one that I got ages ago, is in my archive in a cupboard, then that's a nightmare to get, I must admit. The convenience of streaming is handy, but obviously, you know, it's a dilemma of a collector. But there is another reason. I am actually autistic, and autism and collecting kind of go together. That is one of the things that you normally have a special interest and you collect something. My special interest is very much film making, film collecting, film watching. My house shows that side of me, as you will see, and it is a passion, it is a hobby, it's a lot of things to me. It is, I live and breathe film, really. So I've collected it from a young age. I'm autistic and collect. There's reasons, because I want to get films that are hard to get. The whole combination makes me a physical media collector. Now, I love doing it. I must say it can be very hard finance-wise. Like, there's always stuff coming out. We're spoilt more than ever now with boutique labels and epic releases. The costs have gone up. It's great somebody sets it out and somebody's films are out, but my wallet does not thank me. And as I say, space doesn't thank me. Now, I wouldn't say I'm a hoarder, but when it comes to editions, I've still got all my DVDs out. I have a 4K player that does upscale DVDs, so it's not too bad. Some of them show their age and they're a bit crap. I get that, but with new remasters and new grades and controversial things of films being touched up, sometimes it's nice to have an original version if I want to compare or watch. Also, not all the extra features are always ported over. Sometimes there's different commentaries or different behind the scenes, different extra features that are nice to keep hold of. Also, there's the artwork. As I've said, I've got artwork on display around my house from the VHS days, so it's nice to keep the old editions. Again, that does require space, and I don't have that perk of selling or trading in to get money off of new releases. I'm kind of stuck with the stuck buying all of the editions. It's brought me a lot of joy and pleasure. It is a hobby that I love, and I do like discovering some new films through some of the physical media releases. Also, it's nice to revisit old classics. It's nice seeing really old classics remastered and get a new lease of life. I myself, as a filmmaker, love getting a physical media release. Now, for independent film, that's become quite hard these days. Like, it's easier than ever to get a VOD, a digital release, and it's okay. And it is quite reaching to a wide audience doing that, but there's nothing quite like having your own release next to your collection. So a lot of these releases here, these are actually DVDs of films I've made or worked on, the official releases. A lot of the time they're from America. I have to get imported in. Occasionally I will get sent some copies, contributor copies, which is nice. I have had to buy work I've worked on, all my own releases, just to get a collection. That's a bit naughty, I think, on top of all the other releases I buy. Buying your own is a bit of a kick in the teeth, but I can't not have them. If I'm collecting film, I have to have my own to... It's like a trophy, it's like a prize. Unfortunately, the only thing that depresses me is I look around at my collection and I think there's just not enough time in the world to watch all this and to enjoy it always battling time. I go to the cinema a lot, which I love doing, and I try to watch as much as I can through my physical media, through streaming, all ways that I consume. But this, you know, while making film as well, which is very time consuming in itself, it's a hard slog. I do have films on in the background while I'm working and editing when I can, when I'm not completely having to be focused. But if I'm obviously really focusing in, I have to knock that off. But I do try and consume as much as I can. But physical media is a fantastic way of preserving film. It's important really because it is a record of history of film really. And digital worries me because I've had hard drives go wrong and files corrupt, and if a file's lost or taken, then also I know that some of the streaming sites have played slightly edited versions and kind of additions that aren't what was on physical media, which is a bit naughty actually. So physical media can be important to preserve what was an original grade, an original edit, a controversial edit, a product of its time. It's still nice to have that document of history there, of film, for future people to appreciate. I do wonder where we're going in the future of physical media, because I can't see what will come after 4K UHD discs physical wise, and I do see from working in film and teaching film to young people, I can see that the physical media collectors is a little bit of a dying breed, which is sad. I think it's a niche market, will always be around, like with vinyl. I have a lot of soundtracks on vinyl and I like collecting those when I can, but again, they're very pricey. So I love doing it. My wallet hates me for doing it, but I will never change, and I live and breathe film. Okay, so in the bathroom, I have got some of my many VHS covers and repurposed them for decorative purposes in the bathroom. And I got a frame, got them out on display, and made them waterproof actually. This Evil Dead poster here, that come with an old Blu-ray release from many years ago. A really cool, it was a statue with the Blu-ray. There's a few other pieces in the bathroom as well as VHS covers, but we have more VHS covers, a lot of Friday the 13th ones. Big Friday the 13th fan. This is another poster, the First Blood one, out of an epic 4K UHD Rambo set. This is a huge Matrix poster that came in a really cool DVD box set many years ago. And a bit of Lars von Trier going on. Some Pennywise, and of course, being in the bathroom, we have a cool canvas of Jaws. Next to some more Friday the 13th VHS covers, Donnie Darko, which came in the 4K UHD Arrow release, and some more indie horror gore there. I'm a big fan of the Dogme 95 movie. It inspired me as a filmmaker, and I studied it in film appreciation, so we have the manifesto there, and we also have even indie posters there. And finally in the bathroom we have some old classic Last Man Standing photographs. These were collected when I was a lot younger, and they were publicity pictures that I managed to get hold of through someone working at a cinema at a university. And so at the top of my stairs I have an array of posters and film memorabilia. These range from cool editions I picked up at various places and events to editions that have come in sets to other ways that I've accumulated them. And there's quite a variety of stuff as well. I also do have part of my collection at the top of the stairs. It's almost an overspill, it used to be, and then I find ways to cram more and more. These big white pull down drawer here, that keeps a collection of stuff. Some of the posters are from the cinema as well. I go to the cinema a lot with my unlimited card, watch a lot of films there, and I've had many different editions over the years as well. This was from a Child's Play free publicity pack I managed to get many years ago on an auction. It was really cool. Unfortunately, as you can see, the photo is deteriorating a little bit. That's just, well, it's very, very old. I got it a long time ago. It came out when the film initially came out in the 90s. And film Cell Hellraiser, and also some NECAs. Do have some actual NECAs on display here. And we also do have another drop down drawer which contains some DVDs and Blu-rays. So around this area of my collection, you actually have a lot of titles that are either films that I've made or have worked on. There's quite a few over the years that have been released on various releases, usually DVD, a few anthologies there, but yeah, quite a variety of stuff. It's pretty cool. And here are some more of the dodgier side of my collection. A lot of indie stuff, forbidden fruits and things like that. This drop down one has a variety of things. They all kind of get mixed up really. I've got some cool old Godzilla releases, a classic old Basic Instinct release. There is a lot of stuff behind as well. Basically, I had to sort out the collection a few times, but I'm always getting stuff. So as and when I get it, I kind of archive it. So it doesn't have a great cataloguing system sometimes. Another of the drop down drawers has some interesting sets. These are kind of some of the bigger sets at the front, because behind is a lot more standard releases. In this drop down unit behind the first batch is all of the Shameless Screen Entertainment DVDs and a lot of the Blu-rays. As they've continued to release Blu-rays, I've obviously got them downstairs in my little cave, but yeah, this is where they were all originally put. They stopped releasing for a while, but have started back up. And as we head down the stairs, again, there's lots to look out for in my little cave. All kinds of figures and film memorabilia. It goes quite far up. And we have a variety of other figures, collectibles, artwork, posters. These cabinets here, these cabinets contain a variety of DVD, 4K UHD and Blu-ray. We have overspilled onto the ceiling around here. This is a film cell from Akira, the classic manga film. That is actually a film cell from it. Various pin badges I've picked up from Collectomanias, things like that. Lots more posters that go all down the ceiling, and more posters. And one of my favourite films of all time, Cannibal Holocaust, the poster here. This is for the Vipco DVD release that came out, and that means a lot to me. Vipco was the first label that I religiously started to collect. Still have all my Vipco DVDs, and obviously I went on a journey and made Vipco The Untold Story, the documentary detailing all about the adventures that Mike Lee had with Vipco. So these units, they double up. There's a row behind and a row in front. A lot of boutique releases that I collect, and they've ended up in these cabinets. Some of the more epic sets I have. Some of these are more recent accumulations as well. I really do like that Chucky collection set. It was a really cool set that Arrow Video put out. Some imports tucked in there as well. I try not to get imports as much because they're quite pricey and hard to get here sometimes, but some I just cannot resist. And this Lars Van Trier set here, that is a Beautiful box set for the collection. That is probably one of my favourite sets I have in the collection. It's quite a beast. Load more boutique releases. A very cool Titans of Cult 4K UHD steelbook of The Thing there that I really like. And that's quite an epic Coughing Joe set there from Arrow Video. So there's quite a few of these boxes knocking around under the bed and in my living room, and they all contain and are stacked with Blu-rays, DVDs and 4Ks. There's a lot of 101 Black Label films and Second Sight releases in this cabinet here. Again, I have carried on collecting both these ranges of releases, and they've had to overspill into more parts of the house. Before Netflix, there was a serial killer documentary series on DVD, which I have the complete collection of. This cabinet contains a lot of indie releases. There's quite the Unearthed Films collection here as well. A lot of exploitation and extreme cinema. Some classic VHS style releases from HMV. A few actual VHS releases of stuff that I worked on and was involved with. More Unearthed Films. A bit of a miscellaneous selection, and a few gems here, some anthologies of short films and things like that are quite hard to get. And into the kitchen, where there is quite an array of film goodies. Lots more posters and artwork knocking around, again with figures showing themselves. I do really like these posters of films that are really inspiring to me, and obviously have to have some of my own film artwork added in there. Why not? And again, a ceiling to look up on with lots of artwork. And the kitchen cupboards don't escape either. We have collector's stuff everywhere. We're a big fan of aliens in this house. More posters upon the ceiling. More collectibles knocking around, and the Jurassic Park corner. Some more shameless publicity of my own work, but the Cupboard of Doom. So, well, we have a fun collection of stuff, and all of these boxes are filled up with DVDs and Blu-rays. It holds about 30 in each. There's a lot of collectibles now. I've got so much stuff I've accumulated for decades that I've had to kind of store it and archive it in here. It goes very very far back, and there's stacks of old releases, obscure stuff, import stuff, dodgy stuff, all lovely film related stuff, and more figures and collectibles, and even artwork on display. It's just if I decide to watch one of these, I definitely have to allow myself half hour to organize it all to find the exact release that I'm trying to get to. A signed Cannibal Holocaust poster by Ruggero Deodato. Cannibal Fox, another great cannibal film. Not as good as Holocaust, but still very good. So there's some steelbook Blu-rays and DVDs all tucked behind many more collectibles and things. Some NECA figures lurking around there. Now these are pull-down units which do have many releases in, a lot of Arrow Video releases in those. And we also have many more posters and figures lurking around all over the place. Big fan of the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise, so there's a lot of Freddy Krueger stuff there. Bram Stoker's Dracula is one of my favourite films of all time. There's the film Cell released there. Some more Anthropophagus the Beast. There's some out on the stairway. And we do have tucked in this corner some Arrow videos, and quite a lot of my newer releases are stashed up here. Some pretty cool funky additions. And we do have more of these cabinets. Now these cabinets host a variety of stuff. These aren't doubled up yet. This is where the new releases are heading when they arrive. So a variety of Blu-rays and 4K UHDs, a lot of boutique stuff. I collect 88 films quite religiously. I do a lot of Arrow releases because they release a lot of good stuff that I like as well, and a few crafted copies of my film Snuffology. Some more releases here. Eileen Daly's films that I had the privilege to work on and do with her. They were great fun. And I have quite a collection of film books. This is some of them, but I have a lot of books regarding cinema and film. And many more cabinets full of physical media. And Lynch, my African house snake, hidden amongst it. He's waiting for feed and he's knocked Leatherface down. So there's quite a variety. It's all a bit mishmashed because I do try to keep an order. The only thing is because stuff keeps arriving, or I keep going to HMV to buy stuff, I have to keep kind of finding room or just kind of add it as it goes because busy editing away and watching away. A Massacre video have been releasing some really cool stuff. I'm waiting for some more pre-orders to arrive from them. Really like what they're doing at the moment. And some new Shameless titles. More boutiques. And the home cinema. And quite an overspill of stuff. So another drop down, buried behind figures. Lots more boxes absolutely full of editions, just like under the stairs. And some more figures, canvases and stuff. So more units that are tucked away. Boxes there, boxes there, boxes under there. It is actually quite a nightmare to get to some of the older releases. I need more space. Always battling with space. So on this pull down, there's a hell of a lot of Arrow Video limited editions and special sets, and a few misc in front of it just to save some space. But mainly an Arrow unit, this one basically. And another pull down unit just absolutely full of Arrow releases. I've been collecting them since the sub label of Arrow first hit the shelves, and getting my first one, which was Dawn of the Dead, the window box edition. And some more hidden away old treasures in these big units that I have in the living room. Got the Rossmeyer DVD box set stuck behind there, and there was a lot of Arrow Academy. I used to collect Arrow Academy when that was around. A lot of the box sets in this pull down unit are Arrow Academy titles.